Okay, hi everyone. So, in today's video, I will be sharing with you my updated photocard collection. So I want to preface this video with apologizing for my voice because I've been sick for the past week. And while I'm I would say 98% better, my voice is still not great. But I do want to get this video filmed because I don't want it to go up later than I wanted it to. Second thing I want to mention, I will be linking all of my supplies that I use in the description. I'll try my best to get literally everything. But with that said, I won't be answering any questions about supplies in my comments. So really, if you want to know anything that I'm using, it'll all be in the description. And I think that's all I want to say before I get started. So I have 7 full-size binders, and I have 3 A5 binders that you can see here on the screen. And then I also have 2 collect books that I will be showing today. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started now. So I guess I'll start here. So this is my girl group's A5 binder. It's where a lot of my, I guess, newer collections go, or smaller girl group collections, I don't know. First to mention, I guess I'll talk about supplies a little bit. I use Titan Shield sleeves for 90% of my collection, so that is what you'll see in most of my binders. Also, the sleeves I use here for my A5 binders are the Amifa sleeves that I bought off Mercari Japan. So they fit the, I guess, more standard size card sleeves, so that's what I prefer. I don't want to have to buy new smaller sleeves for my entire collection, so that is why I wanted to use these pages specifically instead. So yeah, anyways, to start off, I have my Lightsum collection. So I collect Chowan from Lightsum, although I'll admit I have some plans to start collecting a little bit more. So I don't know if Lightsum is going to stay in this binder. It just kind of depends on a few certain things, but anyways, this is just the start of my collection for Vanilla. These are her album cards, and then it just goes into pre-orders. So we have Make Star here, and then just some other various ones. This is Sonara. This is one of my favorite cards of hers, period. She has a lot of beautiful cards, and every time a new era comes around, I just kind of go feral because, I don't know, Chowan is just so beautiful, and she takes amazing selfies. So collecting her is always so much fun. And then the last Vanilla card I have is here on the back, just because I ended up with a little bit too many. But anyways, moving into Light a Wish or Vivace era. Her album cards are of course on top here, and again it moves into pre-orders. So these are Joanne Music, 2 of my favorite cards of hers. Again, she just has the most beautiful cards. And then of course we have a few more pre-orders, and then these are just album inclusions. This is just one version, and then the other version on the back. I don't typically go out of my way to collect anything that isn't strictly a selfie card for Chowan, just because it's what I prefer, and a lot of the other things just aren't a priority, so I don't go about getting them. But anyways, this is just the page I have set up for their new album, which I haven't gotten a start on collecting yet, but I'm really excited about it. Some of her cards are super cute, and I'm just hoping I can kind of get some of the ones that I want. Just, I don't know, I'm not able to buy anything right now. I'm pretty much strictly on a buying hiatus right now. So I'm just hoping that when I get back to it, I can get some of the cards that I really want from this era, because this is definitely my favorite era of theirs so far. Alive is just an amazing song. So I don't know, I just wish I was able to collect more right now. But anyways, moving on, we have my Cignature collection. So I still haven't been able to collect any of the cards from Listen and Speak. I'd be willing to buy these cards, maybe, I don't know. I would like to get them, but of course they're not easy to find, and I don't believe I'll be able to trade for them. I don't know. Cignature just isn't really easy to collect. There's not many Cignature collectors out there, so it's kind of sad, but it also just is what it is. So I did finish my collection for Dear Diary Moment. So this here is just a pre-order card. I just put it on the first page because obviously there's only 3 cards for the first album, so it works, I guess. But this is all of the album cards for Dear Diary Moment. So yeah, these cards are super cute. I love them a lot. I've also kind of thought about collecting Jiwon from Cignature, just because I think she has some beautiful cards as well. But again, I'm not saying I won't, because honestly, when I can really get back into collecting, I'd like to, I don't know, add more to my collection. I'll probably talk about that in a different video, but I don't know, I may also start collecting Jiwon. But of course, I mean, Cignature, there's not much going on there at the moment, so I'm not too worried about it. But then moving on again, we have my Hot Issue collection, which this is, I mean, it's really sad because I was not able to show them in a collection video while they were active. They just disbanded at, I think in May or the end of April or something like that. and I started collecting them at the beginning of the year after getting into them at the end of last year. So it's a little tragic, but it is what it is. Yeah, I did collect Yeon, and my collection isn't complete, but I'm happy with where it is at the moment. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm not going to take anything away from it. It just is what it is right now, and hopefully Yeon can re-debut and I can continue to collect her someday. But for now, this is what I have. For Issue Maker, their debut, I just have her 2 cards. And then, of course, some pre-orders. So this is her MMT. This was the one card I wanted from her period. If I had to choose one card to keep from my entire Yeon collection, it'd be that one because it's just so beautiful. I love that outfit so much. But yeah, and then we just have some more pre-orders, of course. Up until here is Issue Maker. And then I wasn't able to get the album cards from Icons. I just couldn't find them, and also, I don't know, I just didn't go on a huge hunt for them. I just figured if they weren't on Mercari Japan, then I'd just kind of not worry about it, you know? But yeah, this is just MMT and K-Town for You, which, again, 2 of my favorite cards. I think this is one of the cards that really made me want to start collecting her because, I don't know, she's just, I love her cards. She's very, very pretty. So, yeah, but this is also MMT. Love it. And then, yeah, moving on, we have some more kind of pre-order cards. I got this pretty good bundle of about 8 cards from Mercari Japan, and that's kind of like, I guess, the majority of this collection. It was like 8 cards with some pre-orders. It was all pre-orders, but some from Issue Maker and some from Icons, and it just kind of filled out this collection to a pretty good extent, I'd say. And then the last thing is just this sticker from Icons, which was actually an album inclusion, but unfortunately the only one I was really able to get my hands on for that album. It's okay though. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep this collection in here though, just because all of the other girl groups in this binder are active, so I might eventually take this out and put it somewhere else. But I did want to show it in this video because, I mean, I love the collection, as small as it might be, but yeah, I'm just not sure about where it's going to go. And then we move on to what I have of Kep1er. So I kind of made the commitment when, well, I guess it was maybe like a month or so after Kep1er debuted, that I was going to collect Yujin a little bit selectively. So I just bought like one set of cards from Mercari. It had these 4 things in it, and I just called it a day for that album, especially because at first I wasn't like a huge fan of their debut, but then it really grew on me. Yeah, this is just what I have for this album. Their comeback was not that long ago. I actually really like it. So, and I think Yujin's cards for this album are really beautiful, so I'm probably gonna like try to collect them all if I can get to it. So yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. And then the last thing in this binder is Yunjin from Sserafim. So I'm pretty committed to collecting Yunjin. For now, this is all I have for her. I was gonna collect some pre-orders and stuff, but like I've already mentioned, I just can't really do that right now. Yeah, I just have her 2 album cards. If I can get to buying some pre-orders for her in the future, I will, like especially for this album, because I don't know, I love her cards for this album. I might not be able to get to it, and I might just have to start like picking up this collection more with their next comeback, which would be fine with me. I'm not too worried about it, but I'm just kind of collecting Yunjin selfie cards. So this is where this collection sits for now, but I do plan to expand it at some point in the future. I love Yunjin. She's a genuine bias for me. Out of all my biases, she's, I would say, pretty high up there. I've been like, I don't know, she's just been one of my favorites ever since Produce 48, so, and I think now she's just kind of killing it, and I'm so happy she's debuted. So yeah, expect this collection especially to kind of, I don't know, for me to do something with it. I'm really excited about the thought of being able to collect her. But yeah, that was it for this little girl groups binder. It kind of feels like there's a lot of different groups in here, I would say, because there actually is, but I do have some plans for this binder to like expand some of the things, to move some things around, but I would say this is probably like my favorite little binder at the moment, just because it's just like a little collection of all like my favorite girl groups right now. But moving on, I will go to my other girl groups binder right now. Okay, so this is kind of I don't know, a weird binder because there's only 2 groups in here right now. This was considered kind of like my non-alts in quotes binder before, but I don't know really what I'd call it. There's just, I mean, 2 groups in here. So first one you can see is obviously Blackpink. Yeah, I don't know. This collection has been complete. I collect Lisa, but it's been complete for a while. I apologize for the glare, but you can see I have her full collection through How You Like That. Yeah, and then of course from the album I have all of her cards. I really wish there was more to do with this collection, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll collect more from her solo. This is all I have from her solo. Like, these are all my pulls and stuff. I never really got around to collecting more for this as, like, I kind of intended. But I don't know, the cards didn't end up being as cute as I wanted them to. Like, she had more cuter pre-orders than the actual like cards themselves from the album, which is a little sad, but yeah, I don't know, maybe I'll just, I don't know, not worried about it right now, but we'll see. And then I have cards from Rosé's solo. Don't have anything from Jennie's solo in here just because there weren't any photo card size things to put in the binder, but I do have it, so yeah. And then moving on to Itzy, I collect Chaeyoung. She's my bias. So I've been thinking about expanding this collection, but I'm kind of unsure where I want to go with that. So for now, again, I just have Chaeyoung. I have her Icy cards, her It's Me set, and Not Shy, and Guess Who, and the limited cards. And then Crazy in Love, I collected, well, I guess this is just kind of what I ended up with. It's hard to see, let's see. The top 4 cards are just the limited cards from this, I guess the special edition cards, and then the actual album cards in the middle here, and then these are like fan sign, lucky draw type deals. So this is all I kind of ended up with for Crazy in Love. I've been saying I want to kind of collect more for Chaeyoung, in that like I want to collect like pre-orders and fan signs and stuff like that, but I'm not sure what direction I like entirely want to go with expanding my Itzy collection, because I really do want to collect more for them just in general, but I have to do some more thinking about how I want to do that. So yeah, but then I just have the kind of Polaroid set from Crazy in Love, and then the No Bad Days set from, I don't know, was it 2021? Whatever year it was. I think it was last year. But yeah, these are all just her selfie cards. I did not collect the Polaroids because didn't need it. But yeah, that's it for this binder. Again, I'm just kind of looking to add more to this binder. In what way, I'm not sure, but you know, we'll figure it out eventually. Okay, so next we will do my Brave Girls binder. So this, I don't think Brave Girls had their own binder in my last update video. This is definitely a more recent thing, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of time to give them their own binder, so here we are. I mean, most of this isn't new. We have High Heels, Rollin', Make Star, and then we have Summer Queen complete. We have OT4 all done, and then we have some pre-orders. So this is kind of my like transition page between Summer Queen and After We Ride. So this is Music Korea from Summer Queen, and then this is MMT for After We Ride. And then the actual album cards for After We Ride, which this is such a beautiful set. I love it so much. This is definitely one of my favorite just photo card sets in general. Beautiful, I love it. And then we move on to Thank You, which unfortunately I don't have finished for this video. I'm just missing 2 things. I'm hoping they get to me because I have bought them. I guess if they don't, it's not the end of the world. I'll just have to find them again, but yeah, this collection will look really nice when it's finished, so there's that. And then yeah, this page is for the platform version, so these are just like the album cards, I guess, the card with the actual album on it, and then the selfie set. This one, thankfully, I was able to finish with not too much of a problem, but then in the middle I have the Polaroid that I got from my fan sign for this era. So yeah, obviously you can't see it. I turned it around for the sake of this video, but it is NG, so yeah, I guess it kind of works because NG in the middle there. But yeah, and then we have my, I guess, kind of pre-order page for Thank You. So the top and bottom set are from Everline, and the middle is from MMT. I love these pre-order sets. I love that the Everline ones kind of match. I guess, I don't know, they don't match perfectly well, but I guess the MMT one is kind of different enough to where this page is kind of cohesive in its own little way. I thought all of the cards for this era were super pretty. If I could have collected more, I would have, but I don't know, I'm just not too much of a pre-order collector. Like, I would say if I maybe had to buy some Brave Girls, I'd collect more like pre-orders, because I could do like the one card, but I feel like I have to have OT4 for everything, just because I don't have a bias in Brave Girls. So yeah, like if I have one card for one member, I want them all, and I don't really feel the need to get anything that kind of, I don't know, y'all understand what I mean. But yeah, then after that is just non-album stuff. So this here is from their fan meeting from 2021. This is from their Fearless kit. Love these cards. And this is from their Spring 2022 merch. And then after that is just bigger inclusions. So I would say Brave Girls is the only group I collect bigger inclusions for. And that's just because since there's 4 members, they fit into, like, I guess generally they fit into kind of the pages pretty well. Like especially for their postcards, they fit in the 4 pocket pages really well, so it's not too big of a deal to do that. But this is just Summer Queen, summer version with the group on the back, and the Queen version. And then After We Ride postcards and Polaroids. And then for Thank You, these are the postcards, one of the versions. And then we have the other version of the postcards on this page. Again, I have bought these last 2 postcards. We'll see if I ever get them, but this collection is supposed to be complete, but it's not. And I'm also still missing Yoojung's standee from Thank You, but it's like super low priority. If I don't end up getting it, it's not too big of a deal. Just because these, I don't know, I don't really have any pages that these fit in really well. I'm probably gonna have to put them in 1 pocket pages, but for now they're just in these 3 pocket pages. I'll have to fix that eventually, but yeah, I just have Minyoung and NG and Yuna on the back. If anyone has Yoojung and wants to trade, I do have some extras, but I'll also buy it from you. Like, I don't know. I'd like to have it complete, but it's not too big of a, like, issue for me. I don't know. Anyways, again, more fan meeting merch and merch from their Fearless kit. And then these are just the platform album things. And I guess I'll put this back in. Actually, I don't know. I took one out because I was going to sell some of the cards, but then I got sick. So I haven't been selling things, obviously. So yeah. Anyways, moving on. So next I'll kind of do my, I don't know, this is kind of like my only little boy group binder that I have that isn't dedicated to like an alt. So I think I'll just do this one really quick. So this is my like little Onewe binder. I honestly don't know what the future of my Onewe collection is going to look like, but this is just what I have for now. So I collected OT5 for their first album, One. So I just have the 3 members that I don't collect on this page, and then on this page as well. And then it just kind of starts my Dongmyoung and Kia collection. So yeah, again, first album, One, and then this is their studio recording album, whatever it's called. This is Memory Illusion, and this is, I think, Planet 9 Alter Ego, and then this is their second studio recording album, and then this is for Planet 9 Voyager. I just don't have Dongmyoung's cards yet. Yeah, I've been thinking about whether I want to collect just one member of Onewe, but I'm not entirely sure which one I'd want to collect, so that's kind of why things are kind of up in the air with this collection. I don't know what exactly I want to do with it, so I guess we'll see. But for now, I don't have any intentions to kind of let go of it, so yeah. Okay, so we can go back to the girl group section here. Yeah, so this is my Twice collection. Yeah, I collect Jihyo, of course. She's an alt bias for me. Twice is an alt group. Yeah, I guess that's all I can really say to preface this, but this is just my collection. Most of it's the same as it was before, but yeah. We have Story Begins, page 2, Twice Coaster Lane 1, Twice Coaster Lane 2. I will say I've been collecting Jihyo since 2015, so this collection is definitely one of my oldest, I guess. It's the one I've held on to the longest, I guess one of. So yeah, and we have Signal. It's definitely been my most consistent collection over the years. But this is Twicegram and Marion Happy. Then we move into What Is Love. So What Is Love I was collecting 2 OT9 sets for, but I actually took one out of my binder just because I'm not focusing on it at the moment. But I'll probably eventually put it back in. I just wanted to take it out to see how I felt about it not being in here. I don't necessarily feel like I want to let it go entirely. Like, I think I'd like to finish the set, but for now I just kind of have the one extra card over here. The OT9 set I was collecting that I took out was actually this set here, but I just figured that this card fit better on this page than this one. So that's just where it's at for now. I actually do have the other OT9 set I collected finished. This is more of a recent thing, I think. I believe Nyan was the last card I needed, and I got it, I don't know, recently, I guess. So yeah, I mean, this set looks really nice. It's one of my favorites. I love it. But yeah, eventually I'll probably put the OT9 set back in. I didn't have many cards for the set. I had 4. I guess that's including the Jihyo card. Anyways, moving on to Summer Nights. These are Jihyo's cards. OT9 set number 1 and OT9 set number 2. Just missing this Jungyeon card. It is kind of a goal for me to finish out a lot of the OT9 sets from older eras that I've been working on, just because I don't know, these cards have been like hanging over my head for a long time, but it's just that I prefer to trade, right? But it's just how it goes. Like, once you get really down to it with your collection, there's just less opportunities to trade, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So I haven't really been wanting to buy the cards, but I'll probably have to. I'll get to it eventually. But this set is beautiful. One of my favorites, seriously. And then we have Yes or Yes, Jihyo set, and then the OT9 set. Again, I love this set. I think the selfies are beautiful, but yeah, just missing 2 cards. And then, of course, Jihyo's pre-orders. I keep the pre-orders together off the pages with the actual album cards, especially with like the bigger album sets. Then we have the Year of Yes, so I'm just missing 1 card plus the pre-orders. I don't have those, but this collection I'll finish out hopefully soon. Then we have Fancy, of course, and the OT9 set, Feel Special, and then the OT9 set. I feel like this was probably a pretty ambitious OT9 set to kind of try and collect, just because, I don't know, I guess Feel Special in general, the cards can be a little bit more expensive, but I think this is the prettiest set. I just love all the different MV outfits, and this is one of my favorite Jui cards, and I love this Cheon card, so yeah, hopefully I can finish this set. And then this is the second OT9 set. I think this is one of the first OT9 sets I ever collected for Twice. I can't remember if it was Fancy or Feel Special that I started to collect OT9 sets, but this is definitely like one of the first OT9 sets. Then we have More and More, which I love. I love these photo cards so much. I don't know. I don't know what like the most loved photo card sets for Twice are, but for Jihyo especially, I think this is, I don't know, some of her best. But I collected 3 OT9 sets, so this is set number 1, and set number 2, and then set number 3. So love these sets so much. Then we have pre-orders, of course. These are the only ones I've missed, like I'm missing. I stopped pre-ordering Twice albums for a while, and I kind of regret it because now I just don't feel like it's worth it to buy the cards, but I'll of course get these eventually. And then we have Eyes Wide Open, Jihyo set, and the OT9 set. I really wish I kind of would have collected more OT9 sets, at least kind of like the blue kind of music video set. You know what I'm talking about? I kind of wish I would have collected that set as well, but it's not too big of a deal. And then I have some group and units. I was going to collect kind of all of these cards, but it wasn't really a priority, so I took them off my wish list, and now I'm not really collecting them as much as I'd kind of like to. I find it hard to buy like the really low priority cards for Twice, so I just kind of forgot about that. So yeah, and then Taste of Love. I didn't collect any OT9 sets for this just because it was, I don't know, not a good time. I think a lot of stuff was going on, especially comeback wise around that time, so I just kind of ignored the OT9 sets. But yeah, I did keep the 2 non-Jihyo lenticulars that I pulled, pre-orders. And then Formula of Love. I did collect OT9 sets for this, but this is kind of like my Jihyo page. I really like how this ended up looking, especially with the addition of the extra version that I can't remember the name of for whatever reason, but yeah. And I have my first OT9 set that I collected. I love this concept. OT9 set number 2, which actually, I can't believe I'm still missing the Sana card, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to get it before comeback this summer or whenever it happens, just because it's just been bothering me how the card has evaded me. But yeah, I also collected the scratch cards from this set. I also feel like I honestly should have collected one of these sets just because I love these cards so much. I don't know, honestly I feel like sometimes I should just go all out and collect OT9 for like all of the cards for Twice, but I feel like that's just a little bit too much. But anyways, this is kind of a group pre-order page, and then we move on to non-album stuff. So I do have plans to kind of really work on my non-album Japanese album and just extra stuff for Jihyo as much as I can. Honestly, my priority in my Twice collecting at the moment is just finishing all the album cards I need to get, and then after that I'd really like to work on all of these extra things, but I don't know, it's so hard to get to things, but once I can do it, I'll do it, I swear. Anyways, I just have her monograph cards. I have all of them. I started this collection not really knowing how long it would take me to finish it, especially because some of these cards, not all of them, but like these two in particular can be a little bit more pricey or harder to find. I didn't find that they were either of that. They were a little bit more expensive than all of the other ones, but I didn't really find them to be that hard to find, especially I guess because it is Jihyo. I guess if I was collecting a more collected or popular member, it would have been a little bit harder to find it for a reasonable price, but thankfully I was able to get all of these cards. So just have Twice Coaster, Lane 1 until Fancy. I really would like to get her postcard from page 2, but it's again low priority. And then I just have Feel Special up through Formula of Love. And of course, I have these Yes I Am Jihyo photo book cards here, and they will stay here until they need to move, just because I don't really know where else to put them right now. So yeah. And then this is where I plan to put all of her Japanese album cards and stuff. I haven't really gotten a good start on this collection yet, especially just because, you know, as I've already mentioned, it's just kind of hard to focus on a lot of different things at once. So yeah, I just have a few cards. I think this is BDZ Repackage, hashtag Twice 2 and Breakthrough. And then this is And Twice Repackage. So I need to take the time to kind of work on this. So yeah. And then we move into trading cards. So this is Twice Lights. This is a set I'd really like to finish, but I don't know, haven't yet for some reason. I love these cards. Anything with when Jihyo has short hair, I love it specifically just so much more than like anything else. I think she suits short hair so well, especially this kind of style. She's just so beautiful. I love it. Anyways, yeah, and then we have Twi. Again, I need to finish this out, but lower priority, I guess. And then we have Once Halloween, I think. Again, she has short hair in this. I didn't realize, but I don't know. I love this set. And we have Twice University. One card that I need to get. And then we have World in a Day, which actually is a recent addition. I just got these recently, so that's fun. And then this page is for their Happy Twice in Once Day merch, trading cards specifically. I tried to get Jihyo's set, but it didn't really work out. So hopefully I can get them eventually. This concept was really cute, so I do want to make sure I get those. But I just have some other things from that kind of merch set, I guess. And then we move into my Japanese Polaroid collection. So this, I'm missing a lot of her early ones, but that's about it. I just have one on this page. And then I'm missing hashtag Twice 2, and then I do have the rest of them. So I couldn't tell you where all these are from, but if you're a Twice expert or can just pick things out by era, you will know. But yeah, I just recently got these for most recent ones, so that's really fun. I love this one from Donut. But yeah, I really like these pages a lot. The backs of these specifically are really nice. I don't know, I just think it's fun. So here's the back of this page. Super fun. Especially because like a lot of the fronts, I guess the layout is the same on all of them. So I like the kind of different backs. But yeah, next we have, this is from Twiceland, and then these are from Once Begins. And then I just have some pre-order sets. I don't keep all of them. I don't know, I just put them back here. I've never really been one to collect these sets, so yeah. I did specifically keep the Taste of Love ones and the Formula of Love ones because I think they're pretty, but I'll probably let go of like a set or two of Eyes Wide Open. I know I've said that before and haven't let go of them, but it's just I don't enjoy selling things just generally, so it can take me a while to get to that. But yeah, that is the entirety of my Twice collection. So here's my Up10tion collection. Again, my Up10tion collection is like one of my longest running collections. I've been collecting them since 2015. I got their debut album for Christmas 2015, and I've been collecting them ever since. Zhao has also been my bias since then. Yeah, again, one of my longer running collections. But yeah, I do collect full group, so there's that. First things first, just some postcards from a DVD, which honestly I don't really know why I keep them in here, but I guess it is what it is. Doesn't hurt anything really. But moving on to the actual cards. This is 2018 Special Photo Edition album unit cards, and then we have agent cards from Labyrinto. Then we move into Moment of Illusion. So I think this is when I actually started to collect full group seriously. I collected this OT10 set just because I really like the cards. This is one of the first time they did individual, I guess, normal photo card size things as opposed to the circle cards that they've always done. But yeah, there's second version. Then we have Light Up, which I definitely did a lot of collecting for. So set 1 of album cards, set 2, set 3, and set 4. And then we have a lot of pre-order sets. So this page, I think this is K-Town For You. Yeah, I wrote it on the back because it's hard to keep up. But this is MMT, I think. Yes, and then this is Make Star. And then this is like my extra Xiao set of pre-orders. Love that. And then we move on to Connection. This set of album cards isn't complete, but I'm really close. So this is Kun's page. I kind of separated them like this because there's no real cohesive sets for this album for whatever reason. So I just did it by member, which I mean is fine. It'd be the same amount of pages anyways. So yeah, I'm just missing this one Kun card. It's either was underproduced and doesn't really exist, or I just haven't seen it for whatever reason. But I do have 6 out of the 7 cards. If I don't ever find this one, it's not too big of a deal. I don't know, I'm not too worried about it, but it's fine, whatever. Same thing with this 7th Kogyo card. I've never seen it for sale for whatever reason. I guess if I don't ever find it again, it's fine, but I have all of his other cards. And then Bitto, I'm just missing this one card. This one is just, I guess, a case of me just not buying it. I do need to get it, and hopefully I can get it. Yeah, there's that. Again, I'm just missing one Sunil card. But then for the rest of the members, I have complete. So Gyujin is complete. He was the first member I think I completed. And we have Hwani. I love his cards. He's so cute. And I have his Kino card in the back here. I pulled it. Never went out of my way to collect all of the Kino cards just because they ended up being a little bit more expensive than I wanted to pay. So I think if eventually I can ever get my hands on Xiao's, that'd be great. But otherwise, I'm not really worried about it. But this, again, is Xiao's page. I love his cards. Then we have my extra pre-order page for Xiao. These are all from Jump Up. They did so many Jump Up fan signs for this era. So this is all just what I ended up with. And then this is the K-Town For You pre-order set for Connection. I was never able to complete this set for whatever reason. I never saw Kogyo or Gyujin's cards on sale. So yeah, I honestly wish I would have bought enough albums to get the full set. But after the fiasco that was Light Up, I just decided to really tone it down for that album, which I guess I don't really regret, but I am sad that I probably will not ever have those cards. Anyways, this is a Wonderwall set. I love this set specifically. And then this is Make Star. And then we move on to Novella. Yeah, this set I was able to complete pretty easily without much issue. So this is first set, second set, third set, and fourth set. Love it. And then we move on to pre-orders. I have 4 different sets of pre-orders, but from 2 different stores. So this first one is from a Japanese store. I don't know the name of it, but it was really cheap on Mercari Japan, so I just bought the whole set. It was 14 cards, and I think I paid less than $1 for each card, so it was like really cheap. So yeah, and then these next 2 sets are K-Town For You, I think. That's what it said in the listing, but I've never seen anybody post about the K-Town For You cards. Honestly, I don't really go searching for Up10tion cards on like Twitter or whatever, just because I don't really care that much. I don't know. I'll just buy what I see. But yeah, and I'm running out of fillers. I honestly need to kind of deal with this, but I'm unsure about what exactly I want to do. Anyways, set 1, set 2 for K-Town For You. Love those sets. And then of course we have more Xiao pre-order cards. So 2 of these sets are Make Star, and then 1 is Jump Up. They did a lot of one-on-one fan signs this time, and they did it kind of where like this. They had 3 cards per member, whatever. But yeah, I didn't really end up buying any more than this. I don't think I ended up seeing much more on Mercari Japan to buy, but it's fine, whatever. And that's pretty much like the bulk of my collection for like their albums. But yeah, then we have like the key cards from Invitation, which I don't ever plan on really completing. It's fine though. I'm happy with what I have, I guess. I'll probably eventually combine these all in one page, but yeah. And then we move into my Japanese collection. So this is just my Xiao page. I gave Xiao his own little page just because it made storing this a little bit easier. Just because, you know, 10 members, it's difficult. So yeah, these are just all of his cards plus a Hwani Tower Records card. And this is where I'm at for ID, normal version. And limited, I honestly need to work on this more, but it's not really a priority. So we have Wild Love. And then Chaser. This is one of my favorite Japanese songs by a K-pop group. I love it so much. And then this is a lot of my extra things for Xiao. Xiao is one of my ultimate biases in all of K-pop, so of course I collect a little bit more for him, although not much, just because it can be hard, like the stuff can be harder to find. I'm not super committed to the collection, so yeah, I just like to buy things when I can. I just have a few extra kind of pre-orders here. I guess these are like fan signs. These are like ones that are a little bit later in the era, so I decided to put them here instead of with the actual kind of album because, I don't know, my space was already kind of filled up. So yeah, also in this pocket here I have both of my Polaroids with Xiao and Hwani. I obviously have it covered up because I don't look the best in these pictures, but I did want to put them in here. I did have them on display, but I don't know, I took a lot of the things I had on display down, so they live here. And then this is my Xiao like only Polaroid, like my signed Xiao Polaroid. And then of course we have some full sets. This is 2020 Season's Greetings. Same with this. This is third Honey 10 kit cards along with these IDs. And then this is 2021 Season's Greetings. I never bought the 2022 Season's Greetings just because it was kind of expensive. If I ever see the cards on Mercari Japan, I'll buy them, but I obviously don't need the calendar. We're like halfway through the year, so I don't need all of that. But yeah, these are also sub K cards for the 2021 Season's Greetings. They do have a I guess 4th gen Honey 10 thing, but it's through Weverse, and I don't know, I don't have the money for it, but also I don't really care to use Weverse, so yeah. Anyways, lastly, I just have my Xiao circle card collection. So I won't say I've given up on my OT10 circle card collection, but I will say it is a lot harder to collect, and I'm just being more patient with that and not necessarily working on it a whole bunch, just because it's kind of a lot. Obviously they have a lot of albums. I don't know, it's just not something I'm super worried about. So I just kind of took it out of the binder for now. If I see anything for sale and I want to buy it, I will. Definitely will add it to the collection, but I just kept Xiao in here because it's like the only member I have complete. And since he's my bias, I want to kind of show this off. So I just have Top Secret through Summer Go. And then Burst through, I guess, Moment of Illusion on the spread here. I will actually, so I did find some sleeves that fit these cards. So they're BCW board game cards, and they're 70mm by 70mm, which is the exact kind of measurement of the circle card. So I kind of bought them on a whim. I wasn't entirely sure if they'd fit just because I don't know, it was hard to tell, but luckily they did fit, so that's amazing. Then I just have the last few circle cards on the back here, and I just have some of Xiao's bigger inclusions. I just took out a lot of the like bigger inclusions and stuff from this binder because it was bulking it up a lot. I didn't have enough space, especially considering Novella. Like with that album coming up, I wanted to make space in this binder. So this here is a broadcast card from Stardom era, but it is a little bit too big. I honestly need to kind of revamp all this stuff I have back here because I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But yeah, these are some fan sign kind of things. They're posters, but they're too big for this, so I just keep them folded. But yeah, that was my Up10tion collection. Yeah, I hope they have a comeback before September because I don't know what's going to happen with them. Their contracts are, I believe, set to expire by September. Their 7 years will be September 10th or 11th of this year. I don't remember what day it was. It was one of those two, but their time, it's coming, and I'm really interested to know what they're going to do because I would love for them to stay as a group. I'm sure they would love to stay as a group as well, but who knows, especially with TOP Media. So I especially wonder what like Jinhyuk and Wooseok are gonna do. That'll definitely be interesting to see. But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Okay, so here we have my NCT collection. I've done a lot of reorganizing, restructuring, I guess maybe not a lot, but some, especially since my last collection update. I do periodically kind of talk about things that I do with my collection in various videos, but this is of course my first time showing it off in full since, I mean, January or December or whenever I posted that video. Let's get started. So honestly, I really need to update this cover. Not sure how I'm gonna go about doing that though. Not worried about it for now, but I do think it could use an update because I'm not collecting all these people on here anymore. But we start off with my 127 collection. Fun fact, the day that I'm filming this, tomorrow will be the 5-year anniversary of the first time I saw them. I saw them at KCON 2017 in New York, which That was like one of the best days of my life seeing them. They've always been one of my favorite groups. I don't know, I just thought it'd be something interesting to share, especially because it also kind of gives you a timeline of how long I've been working on this collection. This collection has been in the works since 2016, and we've gone through it with this collection. A lot of stuff has happened, but anyways, start off, I collect for 127, Taeyong, Yuta, and Johnny, and I also collect Mark, but obviously the 3-member thing kind of works better for the binder, so I do have Mark separate. I'll kind of explain that more when I get to it, but we start off with Fire Truck and Cherry Bomb on this page. Then we have Empathy through one version of regular. I'm still like really unsure of which version is which. I'd like to think this is the regular version, but really I don't know. So then we have the rest of regular through Superhuman. Then we have Neozone and NCT versions. This is like one of my favorite pages. I just think it like cohesively it works really well. So yeah, and then of course we have the final round and one version of Resonance Part 1, and then we have the rest of Resonance. Again, this is like one of my favorite pages. I think, I don't know, the Resonance cards, while that album was kind of a nightmare to collect, I think the cards are very beautiful, so can't complain too much. Actually I can, but, and I will. Anyways, then we have Sticker. Again, I love this page. I don't know, I think collecting 3 members of NCT specifically is really satisfying. Collecting Taeyong is obviously kind of a bit difficult sometimes, but I think kind of the ending result always makes it feel very much worth it, so yeah. Then we have Sticker. This is the last Sticker version. This is the jewel case version, and then Favorite. And then we have the OT9 set from Sticker. This is the AR clip version. I don't know, I set it up this way, like with, because I did collect OT9 for the AR like selfies as well, but you can see that I set it up differently. You'll see it, but this is my universe page. I just need the one card to finish out my universe collection entirely, so I'm definitely gonna try to get that soon. It's just kind of low priority just because these aren't my favorite cards, but I will get there, I promise. And then we have my SMCU cards. So I bought these specifically because I wanted to fill some space in my binder, and then I ended up reorganizing, so I didn't really need them anymore. But I'm hoping, I don't know, I'm hoping, this is probably a little bit far-fetched, but I'm hoping that their next release only has 2 card versions, and then this page will be complete. But honestly, their next comeback will probably be like Sticker with like 5 however many versions, and I'll just kind of, I don't know, we'll see. But I do really like these cards, like, so I'm happy to have them. But anyways, this is where I put like my extra OT9 sets and stuff. So I really like how this looks specifically, more than just having like the full OT9 sets, because I do like to have kind of like the continuous 3-member thing, and I don't really like to have anything skipped. So I think this works out best. For Neozone in the final round, I did just collect 1 card per member for selfies and stuff like that. So yeah, and then this is just the rest of the, like, my non-top 3 for the rest of, I guess my non-top 4, I don't know. Yeah, but I do think this page ended up looking really nice, and I'm hoping I can add kind of another spread like this. I think it'd be fun. And then we move on to my Mark collection. So the reason that I kept Mark separate, instead of maybe moving a different member to be separate, or I just putting all 4 members together, is just because he is in more than 1 unit. Yeah, I do consider him like more of a top bias, so like if I were to take anyone out and like put them separately, you'd either have to be Mark or Taeyong, because they're both like my top biases, and it works better with Mark. So here he is. I just have, for this first page, I just have his fire truck cards, and then we go up. So these older cards are definitely something I'm gonna have to work more on. These tend to be the more expensive cards, and while I'm not entirely worried about them, I do plan to get them eventually. I think the only issue I'll really have is his empathy cards, just because one of the versions can go for quite a bit of money, and I'm definitely not going to pay that. I understand and accept that some of these cards are a little bit more expensive, but I mean, the one empathy card I'm thinking of, that's definitely just like not happening. I'm kind of hoping I can just kind of trade for that card, because I do have Geno's empathy cards that I could potentially trade, but we'll see. I have his regular cards, Superhuman, Super M. I don't plan to collect his Super M cards entirely. I do plan to get his other, I guess, American press card, but the Korean press I'm not worrying about, just because I don't care that much. Yeah, and then I'm just missing 1 version of Neozone. And then for the final round, again, I'm just missing 1 card, Super 1, and then Resonance, I'm just missing 1 card as well. I just recently got these 2 cards, which is fun. I mean, working on back collecting Mark has been pretty fun, I will say. It hasn't been too much of an issue, especially because on Mercari Japan, while he tends to be kind of an expensive member, like he can be, he's not always like really expensive. So I don't know, I'm just able to find his cards for like pretty good prices, which is fun. And then we have Hot Sauce and Hello Future, which is my first time kind of attempting to collect Mark, which was really fun. I had like a really great time collecting him during this era. And then we move on to sticker. This is kind of like a cumulative page sticker, favorite and universe. Yeah, I think this page, despite kind of all of the different albums, it looks pretty good. I like it, so yeah. And then this is my page for glitch mode and beatbox. So I don't have any cards for beatbox yet. I haven't even bought the album. I mean, I've already discussed I'm on a buying hiatus at the moment, so that even includes Mark, unfortunately. Although I do have his glitch mode collection complete, as you can see. I just have his selfie cards up top here, the lenticulars. This is a pre-order card over here that I got with the jewel case. No, digipack? Yeah, that I bought. And then the beatbox cards will go here. His beatbox cards are so cute. I'm so excited to have them. Blue-haired Mark is so cute. And then, yeah, here's my kind of OT7 collection. I put all 6 members that I don't collect on this page. So it's like a full spread of the 3 sets that I collected, which is really fun. I'd really like to do more of this. But it is kind of hard to collect so much for one album. I don't know. I did have a really good time collecting all of these though, so yeah, love it. And then here we have some Geno cards. So I stopped collecting Geno. I talked about it at length in a downsizing video that is pretty recent still, but I just let it go because, I don't know, collecting him became too much of a hassle. He's very highly sought after member in terms of his photo cards. I don't know, it just got really difficult and I wasn't having fun with it anymore, so I just let go of most of his collection and I kept some of my favorites. I especially and mostly kept his cards from We Boom and Reload, just because obviously Mark wasn't in those albums and I want to have cards from that album, so I just kept what I had. And then I just kept some of my other favorites. So yeah, that's just what this looks like for now. I'm not sure if I'll keep all these, but we'll see. Next we have my wavy collection. So this has always been kind of difficult for me to organize. When I was collecting 3 members, it was easier for obvious reasons, but I do just collect 2 members now. I started off collecting 10 Xiaojun and Lucas, and then now I collect just 10 and Yang Yang. So yeah, empathy, I just have 10 cards up here, and I organize this kind of a weird way, but this is Take Off through Take Over the Moon sequel. I will be keeping this Xiaojun card from Takeoff just because I don't have a real burning desire or need to have Yang Yangs. Like, I'm fine having Xiaojuns. I don't really want to pay the price for Yang Yangs, you know, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, moving on, we just have Awaken the World and Kickback. I just recently got this card added to the collection, which is really fun. So now my wavy collection is pretty much complete. So yeah, and then we have Resonance on this page, and then Universe on this page, which I just recently got this card to finish out the page, which is really fun. So yeah, I'm really close to finishing my Universe collection. Then we have my Shotaro page. Love this page, very cute. And then we have Super M. So for Ten and Taeyong, I did collect both American and Korean press for Super M, their first album. Then we have Super One, the units and groups and stuff. And then we have the IDs. So I am keeping Mark's IDs with this, just because I did like the way it looked, kind of being the whole 9-pocket page filled. Although Mark's IDs are really low priority, so I don't have them yet. I don't have any plans to get them, so this is just how this page looks. Then we have some extra Super M merch and stuff. And then I just have some full group sets. This is from the Hello Soul photo book. This is from the D-Icon magazine. This is the Our Home Wavy's little photo book, which is super cute. And then we have Dream a Dream set. And then this is all of the D-Icon. This is like the Photocard book, whatever, sets. I just put all the selfie sets first, and then I moved on to the concept cards. I just felt like that was a better way to organize, more interesting way to organize. So yeah, here's all of that. Come on. And then we have all the units back here, with some more on the back there. And then while I don't keep big inclusions in this binder at all, I did keep the Limitless postcards here because Limitless is like one of my favorite eras, and I don't ever like look at the bigger inclusions binder. These are technically album cards, so I don't know, they're here. I think they belong here. It's where they'll be staying for sure anyways. I don't know, don't get me talking about Limitless because I could go on for days, but I love that era. That was it for my big NCT binder. So I do have an A5 binder for NCT as well. So mainly what I'm using this for is kind of my non-album collection for Yang Yang. Yang Yang is not like one of my top biases in NCT. Like, I don't know, it's really hard to rank, but I do love him so much. Also stopped collecting non-album things for I just became less interested in collecting non-album and wanted to collect more, I guess, album cards for like more people instead of collecting less people and collecting more non-album stuff, you know what I mean? I decided to collect non-album for Yang Yang because he has some of the cutest cards, like period, out of everyone. Not an exaggeration, but he has some of the cutest cards, and he's also the only member that I collect whose non-album cards tend to be a good price. Like, I would collect more non-album for more of the members that I collect if their prices were more like Yang Yang. So I just decided to collect his cards because you can't look at these two cards and tell me that you'd somehow be able to resist them. I don't know. I just love him so much. But yeah, I just have his SMCU Daytime Pass card. I bought this. It's in here technically. I know it's an album card, but I'm not collecting 10 for this. I don't know. I wasn't seriously supposed to collect the Daytime Pass or even the Nighttime Pass, but it happened anyways. So this is just like the start to my little non-album collection. As things come out, I'll buy them if I can. So yeah, especially has to be something cute that I really want. So if it's just kind of like some boring card with him looking at the camera, not really doing anything particularly special, then we're gonna ignore that it exists. But yeah. Anyways, next we just have some of my extra cards that don't really fit anywhere into my collection, but I have for whatever reasons. So for Residence Part 2, I did end up collecting quite a bit of extra cards. This is what I have. Lil Hendry, Renjun, Haechan, Sungchan, also Jisung. And then I also kind of plan, like, if I pull a card at any point and I like the card enough, I will keep it. So that is why this tail is here. This is probably one of my favorite cards of his from Favorite. And then I have this Jaemin card from Glitch Mode. I wasn't able to trade this, so I just decided to keep it. And then I have plans to kind of collect OT7 for this specific lenticular set from Glitch Mode, but I'm not focusing on it right now. So that's why these two lenticulars are in here. I have Chunla and Jisung. I have them in here because if I want to go back and collect the set, then I can. But I do have, marks right now, so it's not a priority for me to work on, so that's just why they're there. Instead of having the whole thing set up and, I don't know, kind of having to worry about it a little bit more. This is just the rest of my non-album collection stuff that I am keeping for now. I would say anything past this point is stuff that I'm more likely, I don't know. A lot of this stuff, there's potential for me to eventually let go of it, but I would say these two cards are kind of like a staple in my collection. They're definitely not going anywhere, but anything else, I don't know, it's hard to say, just like with most things. But yeah, I just have some non-album things. I've already mentioned that I don't collect this kind of stuff for anyone anymore, so it is very convenient for me and my peace of mind to have them here where I can't really see them. Putting them in here actually helps a lot because it makes me feel less like I maybe need to collect these things or have an obligation to collect these things, or like I really even need to do anything with this collection. Like, these things sitting in here definitely gives me peace of mind because I don't really have to think about it much. But I do like the things that I have. It's just that sometimes seeing those things can make me either want to get rid of all of it or buy more of it, which I don't want either way. So them being in here is kind of like the middle. So anyways, that was it for my NCT collection. Last binder with any main collection in it is this one. So this is what I consider my Hotshot collection, but this binder contains my Hotshot, JBJ, UNB, and 101 collections. I think that's all. But this is a 3-inch binder, and it fits all of those things perfectly. Yeah, I don't know. I like this binder a lot because, I don't know, it's kind of like a cumulative place to put all of these groups really mean a lot to me, so this binder is special for that reason. So to start off, I just have some bigger inclusions. They don't really matter, but yeah, they're just there. So I have a little Kijung over here. First off, we have Hotshot. So I did reorganize this a little bit, just made it a little bit more interesting. Instead of having different pages for each set, I just put them in a spread. They don't really have much for photo cards, so this is just what I did. Of course, these are our fan meeting sets. Put the selfie set in the middle. I think it's cute. Then we have the Rising Star set, which I love. Then we have my Taehyun solo collection, which has kind of been abandoned. I have officially given up on this. I don't know if I've mentioned that, but yeah, I don't seek out these cards anymore. The cards are technically still on my wish list, but I don't, it's just kind of there. I don't really expect anyone to ever like contact me for a trade or anything. So, but yeah, I do have a good amount of cards. I have a couple pages. I have 3 full pages plus 4. So, I mean, I think it works out. Like, I think it looks fine. I do have more than half, so I don't know, it's fine. I don't need all 50, it's okay. Next we move on. Actually, here I have one of my Hotshot Polaroids. Again, I had these displayed, but took them down for, just because I wanted to have less stuff on display, put more things back in my binder, so. But then we move on to JPJ. So I'm collecting OT5, still working on this collection, but it is a slow moving collection. I'm committed to finishing the collection, but it's like super low priority. So I just kind of try to do trades, but obviously those don't come often. I'm just trying not to buy the cards. Just for now, it's not a worry. So anyways, more fantasy. Second set, white version, yeah. So yeah, then we have New Moon. You can tell I'm really close to finishing out everything here. It's just a matter of, you know, finally getting the things, but I don't really seek them out, so that's the only issue. Missing these 2 bookmarks as well. And then we have my non-album collection for Taehyun. So yeah. And then we have my UMB collection. So I do collect OT. Okay, I collect full group, but I'm not collecting Chan just because his prices are really high, and every other member you can get for very cheap. So like, don't judge me for that. Like, I'm not willing to spend a lot of money on this collection, so that's why I'm not collecting him. So I know some people have issues when people don't collect full groups. It's the same thing with JBJ. I'm not collecting a certain member because I don't want to and I don't have to. With Chan, I don't have anything against him, so just know that. Like, seriously, it's not the big of a deal. But yeah, this is all my album stuff, and then this is non-album. And then we have all of his trading cards. Hojung, of course, the love of my life. And then we move into my full group collection. So I'm honestly in a pretty good place with a lot of these collections, but again, it's not something I'm really working on. I'm not really trying to spend the money on the cards. Some of these can be a little bit harder to find. So for Boyhood, I'm just missing this June card for this set. And then I'm missing Marco and June for this set. And then the limited edition is a little bit iffy. I don't know if I'll ever get these, which is not too big of a deal. I'm just like, the reason I'm collecting these is because they're really, like, the groups in this binder are very special to me. Hojung is one of my alt biases, and well, yeah, I don't know. Is it weird to call him an alt bias, especially because he's not like an active idol anymore? I don't know, but like, he's like literally the love of my life. Y'all know this. But UMB was really special to me. JBJ was really special to me. I like to collect full group to kind of commemorate their meaningfulness to me. Anyways, I'm doing a little bit better with like the lenticulars, which is kind of surprising, but missing 2. We'll see if I ever find them. Then we move on to Blackheart. So this is, I think, the only set I have completed for this, which is fun, but I'd really like to finish this whole set too. I'm missing Field Dog for this set, missing Marco for this set, and then missing a few more cards for this set. But anyways, this, I like, these are all DVD cards. I kind of mushed them all onto one page because I did have set up to collect all members, but I just kind of gave up on that idea. I'm kind of happy with what I have here, especially if anything, I'd like to get Kyujung's cards for both of the DVDs, just because I don't know, love him so much, miss him every day, but it's not a big deal. So this is just what I have. I don't plan to add to it at all, really. So yeah, I think there's one card on the back here. Yeah, I have this Field Dog card. So yeah, and then we move on to my 101 collection. So I will say my plan to collect OT full group, I guess. I don't want to say OT 11 because I don't plan to collect a specific member, because I used to collect them and I let go of their collection and I don't want to rebuy it for multiple reasons, but I do plan to collect all members. It's the same thing with not collecting full group again. Like, just don't judge me, okay? We're not going to talk about it. But this is what I have. I have Daniel's cards separately, because I'd like to do it where I have one member separate and then the other 9 members on the other page. I just think that like worked really well. I did initially collect full group for their debut, so I already do have all of these cards. I guess here's the back over here, and then the other blue version, the back. Like I said, I do plan to collect, I don't know, like, will I ever get to it? Who knows? Would I really like to do it? Yes, but it's kind of hard to say when or if I can get to it. It's obviously, since they're not together anymore, it's hard to say like it's a collection you really want to focus on. But anyways, actually recently I used to have a like full 101 binder, and it had like all my album cards and like all my big inclusions and like literally everything in my collection for 101 was in that specific binder. But it was really full, so I took some things out of it, right? All good. But then just recently I like kind of disassembled the binder entirely, not because I don't love 101 anymore, but just because I kind of wanted to put things back in like their boxes, like the merch items, like the DVDs. I wanted to put everything back where it kind of belonged, just for space reasons. And it's like I don't look at those things very often, so it doesn't really make sense to have them in a binder, because to have things in a binder means you want it on display and you want to look at it, and considering I never looked at it, you know, it made sense to put it away. So I just kind of put all of the things that I wanted to keep on display in this binder. So this is the full set you got from that one album that I can't remember the name of. I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. Seriously, I don't know what the name of it was, but y'all know what album it is, the one with all the unit songs and stuff like that. But yeah, and then this page is just kind of random. I have some cards from Power of Destiny because I did trade for them, and then I have some more extra things here. This M-Wave card that I actually very often forgot that I had because it was in my 101 binder that I never looked at, so I forgot that I had it. But yeah, just some extra things there, and then more like full group things. I need to sleeve these cards. They're not sleeved because I put them in a 9 pocket compared to the 8 that they were in before. But yeah, and then we just kind of have the rest of my 9 pocket cards, 9 pocket sized cards for them. So a lot of the full sets that I had. So I don't really remember where everything was from, but I guess if you're still even watching this, you'd probably know enough or like care enough to know. So yeah, I know this is summer package stuff, and the icon here. And then that is the end of my 101 stuff, and then this is just some fan site stuff. So yeah, Taehyun stuff. I only ever bought Taehyun fan site stuff, I think, because obviously his was kind of the most accessible. Anyways, this is Hojong stuff. Really thankful that I was able to get the season's greetings that I did for him. I think it was 2019, but it was his fan site Nothing Better, who was definitely my favorite Hojong fan site. I like miss them to this day. Yeah, they just took some really beautiful pictures. So anyways, here's just some extra things. I gave up on collecting a lot of the bigger inclusions for UMB specifically, just because it wasn't really a priority, and I knew since it wasn't a priority that I would never get to it, so I just kind of gave up on that and kind of put things together. So here's just a few of like the bigger things that I have for UMB. Some of the film strips, which are cute, by the way. I really like them. But and then again, just some bigger inclusions and things like that. I also just kind of gave up on collecting bigger inclusions for UNB in general, so I have some but not a lot. Obviously my Hojong collection is complete because it's Hojong, but everyone else, I have some things, but like I said, I just kind of put everything together, so I'm not worrying about that anymore. I have some bigger 101 things. These were just kind of things that didn't really have a space to be put back, if that makes sense. These I could put back, but you know, whatever. Some more Hotshot things. Some more 101 things. It like never ends. We're almost done. Yeah, and then that's that for this binder. So this is my last binder. This is kind of my, I don't know, extra binder. This is where everything that I don't collect anymore but still want to keep goes, like for the most part. You'll kind of understand more as I go through it, but it's like disbanded groups, inactive collections, inactive groups, just things like that. So to start off, we have my OT5 collection of AB6's debut album. I used to collect AB6, and I just kind of slowly over time like started collecting them less and less, and I just don't collect them at all really anymore. Their debut era was very special to me, so I wanted to keep these cards because I don't know, I like them. So there's all of those. So yeah, and I do keep this binder in alphabetical order. It just is easy that way. Next we have CLC. So I collected Seunghee. We have a postcard back there. We have Crystyle stuff. All of Seunghee's cards, just her. And then I collected OT7 for Helicopter. So I just did this fun little spread because I don't know, these are the album cards, and then these are the K-Town For You cards at the bottom. So yeah, I think this page looks really nice. And I figured I'd keep Seunghee separate just because she was my bias, or is my bias. I don't know, still love her, still love CLC. So yeah, there's that. And then just my extra Seunghee things, plus the Make Star cards that I got from Helicopter era. And then we have Daya. So yeah, so my Somi collection. This is my Polaroid of hers. I put it in here because I had it on display, but again, took it down. There was no real reason I took it down. I just wanted to like rearrange my shelves and things, and I just figured it'd be better to put my Polaroids in a place where they would be safe. And then after that, I kind of rearranged this collection a little bit, but I just have some Yevon cards and Flower for Season stuff. I really hope we get a comeback before their contracts expire. It was announced, I guess, however you want to say, announced that they will be having a comeback in August before their contracts expire. It'll be kind of like their last little promotion. We probably won't even promote it, but you know, before they kind of disband and separate, because I think it's rather obvious that they won't be continuing as Daya, which is fine. I hope we get the comeback. I hope we get the album. I'd really like to add some last cards here. But yeah, so this is just my set from their Make Star photo book that they did. Again, I have a Juin Polaroid in the middle. I got it from their YOLO album. I've actually been thinking about selling this, but I'm not sure. And then we have Girl Kind. So this is just the set I got from their Make Star. Yeah, for good vibes only. And we have my Impact collection for Eunjae. And we move on to my Eyes One collection. I collected Cheon. Of course, this is nothing new, but I did redo this a little bit. I just made it a spread, which is kind of fun, I guess. And then we have my diary, I think, yeah. One Reeler and my Sakura collection for One Reeler. And then the OT12 set from One Reeler. Love it. And then we have IOI. Cute little collection. And then my JBJ 95 collection. It's almost complete. Like very, very close to being complete. Yeah, I think I'm just missing one card. The one Sangyun card from Home. But who knows if I'll ever get that. And then we have Jin Young and CIX. I used to have like a little bit more with this collection, but decided I'd keep it to like 1 9 pocket page because I love his cards a lot. But CIX has never been a real priority in collecting. Yeah, this is just what I decided to keep. And then we have my MXM collection, my Youngmin collection. Just some extra things. We have my little New East collection that I still have. Most of these things were gifted to me, so that's why I still have them. Of course, I think these cards are super cute, so we have my Preston collection, which I'll never complete. I'm still missing a card, but it's okay. My Unity collection, love it. And then, of course, I put Enshia here. And we have Shihyun, Kim Shihyun. So this is like pre-debut stuff. Up to here, this is some Japanese cards. I did reorganize this section as well. I feel like the spread thing is a lot more fun. So yeah, this is just the 3 sets from their debut album. Really like how this looks. I wish I would have I really struggled to but organize this collection back in the day when We in the Zone was actually active. I wish I would have had this thought to begin with because this looks really nice. We have some more stuff. So I think this top set is from their Make Star for their debut. And then this is like the debut showcase cards here. I don't know. You can tell I really tried to make this work. I have some more group cards in the back. And then we have, this is their second album. This is genuinely one of my favorite photo card sets ever. I love it so much. And then we have the remnants of my Donghan and WeI collection. So I did stop collecting Donghan, which again I talked about in a more recent downsizing video. But as much as I love Donghan, and I do enjoy WeI's music, I just kind of found it a little bit hard to muster up the motivation to buy his cards. Just because since I don't buy WeI's albums, it's, not really an option to trade. So I made the executive decision to stop collecting Donghan. If there's any cards of his I really feel like I need in the future, I'm definitely free and open to buy those, just because he can have some really cute cards. Mostly, you can tell I kept some of my favorites. These down here are just pre-orders. These are album cards. Yeah, these are of course Identity Action cards, and then these are his solo cards that I had kept. I don't have any plans to buy anything from First Love right now, but of course I could change in the future. I haven't even really I haven't looked at a template in a while, so I'm not sure if I want anything. It's definitely lowest of low priority right now if there is anything that I want. So yeah, I did let go of a majority of my WeI collection though. I did have it complete up through Identity Action. And then yeah, we have my X1 collection, of course. And then, I honestly really wish I liked Hangil's current group enough to collect him, but they're just not my favorite music-wise, so it's unfortunate. But yeah, we have some more Youngmin back here, and I think that's it. I have some bigger inclusions back here along with my Seunghee signed page. But yeah, as you can tell, this binder is just kind of where all of the extra things, disbanded groups kind of go. So yeah, I love having this binder because I'm able to keep like some of my favorite collections and have them all in one place, and it doesn't stress me out. Having like my inactive collections with my active collections used to stress me out so much, and I never knew what to do with it, but this was such a good idea because it's also like really low stress with like organization and stuff, because it's just not something like I just have the cards. They don't need to look a certain way. So yeah. Anyways, this was my last main binder. I have 2 collect books that I'm going to go through, and I don't believe I'm going to go through my big inclusions collection. If I do, I'll include it at the end, but I honestly don't think anyone cares, so I'll probably skip it. So yeah, like I said, I have 2 little collect books. This one I have for like boy group extra cards, and this one I have for girl group extra cards. So it's literally just anything I don't collect and doesn't fit anywhere in my collection, so you'll kind of see. I'll start with the girl group one because there's kind of less to go with here. Yeah, you can see on the front I have Sakura's. It's a card from, yeah, One A Diary. I wish I kind of would have collected Sakura back in the day, but she was more of an expensive member, so I just have a few cards of hers. So I have this, this is Bloom Eyes. And I have some Hit to Me cards as well because she has some really pretty cards. Yeah, just those. And then this is where I put my Somi cards just because I don't really plan to collect her at all. If she ever has any more, I might move her out of this binder and into maybe an A4, maybe like my bigger kind of, well, no, I guess, yeah, I just have her here for now because I don't collect her. I have Lehigh and Laboom. So yeah, that's all I have in here. I think, so I had kind of thought about putting my hot issue collection in here just because it's kind of done, not moving, not going anywhere, but I don't know, because I don't know how much stuff I'll end up having to put in here. And I don't know, I can always buy more collect books if need be, but it's just kind of wondering how I want to have this kind of set up. But yeah, here's the whole kind of thing. It's cute. And then here's my little boy groups one. This is admittedly more full, but yeah, here's kind of the full design of this one. Super cute. But yeah, I have Hojong on the front just because I love him. But yeah, I have a lot of things in here. Also, with collect books, I do really recommend having getting the ones with this kind of page instead of like the other kind. I don't really know how to explain it, but these ones just feel a lot better. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I just have the Samuel card to start. Oh my god, I can't flip it. And then we have from 20 here. I have a space here because I think his most recent single comes with a photo card, if I'm remembering correctly, so I wanted to put it there. And then we have 100%. This is Ijin from his solo. MVP Daniel, I kept these 2 cards from all of the collections. And then Yoon Ji-sung, I just have a few of his cards. And then Jihoon, Jaehwan. Then we move on to AB6. I have like quite a few AB6 cards in here, just because I really kind of narrowed down this collection. I was like keeping a few things that I thought were cute, but I figured I just really narrow it down to a few things that I thought were cutest, just because it would fit best in here. So I do have a few Vivid cards. Then we have Salute. I don't know if that's the album title. I think it is. We have A New Hope, and then Have a Dream, and that's kind of where it ends. So yeah, you can kind of see what I'm using these collect books for based on all of that. I do like the idea of collect books just because you can keep kind of like all the pulls or just kind of random things you have without really having to worry about where to put them. I don't really plan to utilize these much in my collection, but I do enjoy having them. That is it for my collection. I will say I've been collecting for a very long time. My 7 years in K-pop is coming up in August, which is way too long, to be honest. Yeah, I've been collecting pretty much ever since I got into K-pop, so my 7 years in collecting is coming up as well, which is crazy to think about. It's really crazy to think about how much my collection has changed over the years too, and just how many different groups I've collected, how many different people I've collected, and just where my collection is right now. It's crazy, but I am really happy with where I'm sitting at the moment. I'm really looking forward to when I can work on my collection more and sort of expand in more ways that I'm excited about. Of course, I'll be making more videos, kind of outlining, I don't know, I'm kind of short on video ideas right now, but I'm of course going to be kind of outlining my future plans for my collection, maybe setting up for some things. I don't know. I'm really, like, if you have any video ideas for me, do let me know. If you're still even watching, I'm sure very few people are. I did ask on my community tab. I did get a few answers, so I'll try to fit those video ideas in where I can. If you're still watching, let me know how your collection is going. I'd really like to know. I know I feel like I ask this kind of often, but you know, let me know how your collection is going. I'd like to hear. who you collect, how it's going, you know? But yeah, that was everything for this video. I'm almost at 2 hours filming this, so hopefully I can edit this down. Hopefully, I don't know, I hope I can get this kind of cut down to a reasonable length. But yeah, with that said, that was everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.